and welcome back. Okay, Act 2, a new king is dominated Vacanti, claps Valis sword. Okay, this is where 40% of my deaths in this game have come from. One of the reasons is that it relies on jumping, and that power-up is required to get through this level because it increases your jumping strength. You know, the worst controlled part of the game. Anyway, level 2, like, life in the state of nature, is nasty, brutish, and short. The reason being is that there are bullets flying from every direction all the time, and you have to do a lot of falling, and there's not a good way of seeing what's below you, so you'll inevitably fall on enemies, and you can't really take that much damage at this point. So the best thing you can do is use your time stopper and hope for the best. And there's the laser. Our first new weapon, and it's a real power weapon. So, gonna be switching off to it. The reason I say it's a pure power weapon is that it doesn't have any real other kinds of reach or other effects or motions or whatever. It's just a straight-on shooter. Now, the special item we got is one that I've never actually used until this Let's Play. It's the Evade, which, from what I had read, reduces the amount of enemies that are allowed to spawn. It's a neat idea, and I wish there was something like that in a lot of other action platformers. By the way, look at how low my health is yet. Remember, health restores only happen at the end of levels, and, well, sometimes not even then. However, this will be fixed soon, because our first new armor. Now, this is the offense armor, which is fairly straight. It just gives you a chunk more hit points, and it doesn't have any special effects or anything. However, all that extra life is going to come in very handy. I would not be able to survive the level without this boost. Yeah, what does compound it is the problem that, this being a Valis game, it's not that easy to avoid damage. I mean, take a look at what's happening here. And we use the Evade, and it reduces monster respawn, certainly, to 0! And we get another new weapon already. I told you we'd be seeing the fruits of the equipment system by now. Anyway, the new weapon is the Cluster, and is one of my favorites, and favorite of most people who play the game. It covers the entire area in front of Yuko, and then it shoots off, which means it's absolutely superb in all kind of melee. And we get an upgrade already. It's really the one I keep handy in case I can't decide on a more specific weapon to use. And because of its sort of a spiral effect, it'll be very useful against the boss. Though the boss is a little bit of a pushover. Even the game admits it, as you'll see. See, more jumping to nowhere. And what we just picked up was the defensive armor. While it has less overall hit points than the offense armor, it actually does reduce incoming damage, and I read that it reduces attack power, but I can't really say I've noticed that much of a difference. Still though, I need the hit points badly, so I'm sticking with the offense armor right now. I think switching to defense might kill me. And our life restore. And the boss is coming up, so I'm going to switch off to defense since I have full life again, and well, the boss does not have a huge amount of hit points, but it does have some very annoying attacks. Okay, Sondern has so many sore heads. That is not an inspiring boss message. Yeah, this next boss, you're gonna walk right all over it. Anyway, here's why the twirling effect is helpful. It just curves up under the various heads that Sondern has, and... oh yeah, it shoots homing bullets at you, which is why I have the defense armor equipped. I just need to be able to soak to get through this one. Now, this auto-scrolling just looks weird. While it is nice to have smooth scrolling in a Valis 2 game of this version, there's probably some better way they could have handled it, I'm sure. Like having Yuko always in the walking animation during the fight. Oh, and now he just looks sad. I always feel like I'm putting down Old Yeller in this next stage of the boss fight. And this will not take long. Bzzz. Okay, enjoy the visual scene. You have now broken through an easy foe. By the way, if you ever see the scene twitch, that's just me adjusting the recording window. It's been like 5 minutes! I've been looking all over for her, I swear! Yeah, asking Megas to restrain himself is not going to work. I'm surprised that Valia or someone else wasn't holding onto it after we used it in Valis 1. It seems something too useful to let go. Yeah, the entire idea was just to make them destroy each other, but if Yuko gets her hands on the jewelry again, well, that's a problem. So, Valia and her handmaidens, one of which will actually make it through to the turbo version of this game. But, in this game, they're basically Valia's shackles so that she doesn't go do anything for a while. Oh yeah, something I forgot to mention. Considering that what Vicanta supposedly was in the original Valis series, what Megas has is basically a super weapon that fires weaponized evil. So that just sort of filled in another space on the bingo card right there. Anyway, that's the end of level 2. A reasonably short cutscene, and that's it. Bye.